Hello, this is Super Herobrine, and today I'll do a Nintendo Switch talk video. And only 2 more days until Nintendo Switch comes out. And I'll tell you my final thoughts about Nintendo Switch, and what I think about and how it will succeed, and what games I'm going to get and when I'm going to get it. So first off about Nintendo Switch, we all knew originally as the Nintendo NX in 2015. Which was 3 years, 2 years ago, and we all were not like as excited about this console, but there's tons of YouTube videos about still. And now here we are, 2 days for this awesome and the best console ever created, coming out in 2 more days. And I'll tell you what I'm getting. I'm getting it the day it releases, of course. If it's not sold out, if it's sold out, I'm going to either begin on the second day or whenever it's available. But Nintendo Switch, the phrase for it, switch and play. The console has to have success because it's obviously more powerful than Xbox One. And here are a few reasons. The key features were it's both a portable and a home console. It combines that, and it's a hybrid console, as everything from all the other consoles had, and it has the power to switch as motion controls, as HD rumble. It has a touchscreen when you make it go into handheld or tabletop mode. And it has a screenshot button that, from what Nintendo said in the Nintendo Switch presentation, will then soon be able to record videos, which is really promising. And Nintendo Switch will be faster than the Wii U, but only have 32 gigabytes, which I was kind of mad about, because Nintendo needs to make a console with a bunch of that, even though the Wii U had 32 gigabytes. But with a USB storage device for the Wii U, you can make it have over 1,000 gigabytes with one USB storage device. So with the SD cards, will they make it so you can have as many gigabytes on an SD card? Which I'm doubting, because SD cards never see 1,000 gigabyte SD card. So at the most, I would say 500 gigabytes with an SD card. But literally, you only need an SD card if you download a bunch of games digitally on Nintendo eShop. That's also coming back to Nintendo Switch, along with GameCube Virtual Console and all Virtual Console from the Wii U and 3DS. And what I found very interesting is that the 3DS is actually getting one of the games that Nintendo Switch is getting over the summer, which I found very interesting, since I thought 3DS games were over by the time Nintendo Switch would come out, but apparently isn't. Still going to get games confirmed by Nintendo, which means what happens to Wii U? Will Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild truly be the last game for the Wii U? I don't think so, because if 3DS systems are getting games over the summer, then why not Wii U? Nintendo Switch is also, so. And also, just so you know, for Wii U and 3DS, Miiverse will be available still on both consoles until either late 2018 or 2019. So people saying Miiverse will shut down this year or at March 3rd. It will not. Just so you know. Make that clear. I tell a bunch of people on Miiverse the truth about that, which took a little while. But there are some good games Nintendo is making, and Minecraft for Nintendo Switch edition for Nintendo Switch presentation, which is a good thing. That's coming out. It's actually going to be a console edition, but we'll have Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Master Pack for it, because Wii U version got Super Mario Master Pack, so it might get Legend of Zelda Master Pack on Nintendo Switch edition for it. Then they'll get games like coming on December, Super Mario Odyssey coming out, which is really good. But will it be multiplayer? Will Super Mario Odyssey only be a one-player thing or whatever? Because it might be for in the future, never says multiplayer, but most probably is. I'm really hoping it is. And hopefully there's more features and stuff than what we saw in the trailer for it in the Nintendo Switch presentation. But I wonder, because Nintendo Switch, the first Mario game coming to it that's new is Super Mario Odyssey, which means, well, and it's a 3D Mario game, which means when Nintendo Switch was the Wii U and 3DS, the last consoles that Nintendo has made before Nintendo Switch that Nintendo will make in 2D, which means Super Mario Maker for Wii and 3DS were the last 2D Mario games in existence. It may be because you got to create your own levels, and literally it was basically like, well, I don't really want to say a spin-off, but basically of all the Super Mario Brothers 2D games that were created, combined. And that's why you can create levels and stuff. But I really want to see a 2D Mario game, or what if that's not one of the new Super Mario Brothers games. But I want to see a whole entire new 2D Mario game. Hopefully they'll do that. And then Mario Kart 8 Deluxe coming out for Nintendo Switch. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, some people who have the original on the Wii U most probably won't get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but I do have the original Mario Kart 8 on my Wii U, but Mario Kart 8 Deluxe I'm going to get for Nintendo Switch. And Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has been commercials, a bunch of commercials yesterday about that. About that on Disney Channel, which is very weird since Mario Kart Deluxe is coming in April and Nintendo Switch isn't even out yet, so I don't know why there'd be commercials about that. And so, but and the last game I want to talk about right now, even though I would talk about Splatoon 2, but I don't even know if I'm getting it, and we don't really know that many features. I never even played the original, but I might get it. So now I'm going to talk about Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. As you heard, is coming on this Friday for Nintendo Switch and Wii U. And I'm going to get it with my Nintendo Switch on Friday if it's not sold out or anything, with my Nintendo Switch Legends of Breath of the Wild. But I really want this game to be like the Legend of Zelda game that actually meets all the, like, it connects all the alternate worlds in the Legend of Zelda series, and they all connect in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Hopefully they do. There are some theories saying it isn't connecting any of the timelines. Some people say it will. Some people say this could be a whole new timeline, which I totally doubt it. And some people are going to be getting this for the Wii U and getting the Nintendo Switch later. But and some people are, and there's going to be a Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild community on the Wii U. But I wonder what will be the replacement for Miiverse on Nintendo Switch, because Nintendo has not even talked about it. They barely even talked about the touchscreen of Nintendo Switch, which I find very strange. But what exactly is the replacement for Miiverse on Nintendo Switch now? Because hopefully this replacement will be good. Because it just has to be. Hopefully you get banned less long, because I have getting banned from Miiverse for no reason or calling someone a hacker and stuff like that, which I think is really stupid that the administrators of Miiverse actually do that, and they ban you at the least for 2 weeks. 2 weeks! It's so stupid. It's bullcrap. But Nintendo Switch should not be a failure, and Nintendo Switch, with the replacement of Miiverse, it should have unlimited posting. It should never be ruined like Miiverse did. Hopefully. But Nintendo Switch most probably will succeed. Because a bunch of people, it sold out on pre-orders. Maybe because it had low stock. Because I do find it weird that it did. And the Pro controllers for Nintendo Switch, I heard, sold out in 15 minutes. Does that mean there's... And they... But does that mean that the Nintendo Switch Pro controllers were on low stock? Because I think it's really strange that it somehow sold out in 15 minutes. Or whatever. But Nintendo Switch will be great. The only worry about Nintendo Switch that you really need to worry about is the thing that's supposed to go against this that might not come out, which is the thing that I call PlayStation Switch that Sony might actually be making. If they do, it's going to fail, just like the PlayStation Vita against the DSi. Well, I think the DS. I know it came out around the DS, I think, and the 3DSs. It basically failed. Only because of the lack of gameplay. They have really good graphics. But Nintendo Switch will have better graphics than the 3DS and better quality than the 3DS when it's in handheld or tabletop mode. But look at this. This is a Switch-like device confirmed. It looks like this could come off. But it most probably doesn't have motion controls, because look at where the joystick is. It's in a place where if you take it off enough, the button won't be easy to press. And also, what are some mysterious buttons on this thing? Like that circle button where B1 is. And that circle button right here that says B2, where it is. All these things are very strange about PlayStation, what I call PlayStation Switch, the most stupidest knockoff of Nintendo Switch ever that there's going to be. And also, who knows if Nintendo Switch will actually be in the console wars of 2017 through 2022. Because I did a video about Nintendo Switch versus Xbox Scorpio versus PlayStation 5 and showed this thing. But will Nintendo Switch actually be in this console wars? Will actually be in there, because Nintendo Switch does not seem like a competitor of the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, or anything like that. But it's more powerful than Xbox One. and it might be getting VR. So Nintendo Switch, I would rate 5 stars. And it took Nintendo a few years to make it. And so hopefully Microsoft and Sony does not copy this thing, because Microsoft and Sony have copied Nintendo for years. First it was with the controllers, then it was with the motion controls, then it was PlayStation Vita versus the 3DS, which 3DS won. So I have high hopes for Nintendo Switch. That Mario Kart, hopefully Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for Nintendo Switch would not fail though. It can, but I really want a Mario Kart 9 for Nintendo Switch. I didn't really think there'd be a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I thought they were just going to update it or something. If they would make a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or make a DLC Pack 3. But tomorrow I'll do the last YouTube video I'll do about before the Nintendo Switch comes out, and I'll do a video of me playing on my 2DS, which is a system in the 3DS family of systems. That everything's in 2D, but I can still handle all 3DS games and its backwards compatibility. That's the only reason I got my 2DS instead of a 3DS, which because around that time was the only 2DS think in the 3DS family of systems that had backwards compatibility back then. Because the new Nintendo 3DSs do have backwards compatibility. So the Wii U and 3DS will survive long after the Nintendo Switch. So do not worry about that. And hopefully Nintendo will make more than 5 games this year. Because they're making 1-2 Switch, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Super Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Splatoon 2. They're going to make it, and those are the 5 games I know they're obviously making for Nintendo Switch. And Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for Wii U. So my final conclusion and thoughts about Nintendo Switch, I'll tell you now. I'll tell you all the final stuff that I think. One, I think it's really awesome. I do think it could possibly fail. There's only I would say a 0.1% chance of failing. Because it's pretty powerful. It's, people actually can't be outside waiting for Nintendo Switch, I think, right now in some places. Tomorrow, definitely, people are going to camp outside because they want Nintendo Switch. And a bunch of people will be playing online for things and be posting stuff online for Nintendo Switch in 2 days. We're not counting today. So tomorrow, if you're going to watch a YouTube video tonight, you should watch my next YouTube video tomorrow night of me playing on my Wii U and 2DS and playing all those games before the Nintendo Switch comes out. And stuff, so that's all I have for Nintendo Switch, and I'll be making YouTube videos once I get the Nintendo Switch on Friday. So see my video tomorrow, and then until I get the Nintendo Switch after tomorrow when I do that YouTube video, then bye!